Hey, this is Shaw TV's Kevin Hirschfield, sporting a little bit of a different look today. I've got my pink shirt on. It is Pink Shirt Day. We were recording this on Wednesday, February 25th, which is Pink Shirt Day. And here to talk a little bit about that with us is Noni Classen, and she's the Director of Education at the Canadian Centre for Child Protection. So Noni, thanks so much for joining us. Let's get right into it. What is Pink Shirt Day, and where did the idea come from for Pink Shirt Day?
Well, Pink Shirt Day, in terms of our involvement at the Canadian Centre for Child Protection, is around the safety of children with bullying. And we're really here to support Shaw and their initiative, because Shaw is an incredible partner of ours, to really support the safety side of it, of using this day to be talking to kids about personal safety as it relates to online and offline, and about how we can really promote great skills in terms of healthy relationships between kids.
Right, we talk about with how far technology has advanced in the last decade or so. Cyberbullying is something that's become a greater issue than I think it ever has before. What are some examples of cyberbullying that are, I guess, common and are out there?
Well, what we see from our agency really has to do with kids who are using technology to experiment in sexual ways with older kids, is how we typically see that with youth, and they lose control of what happens to an image that they sent, and cyberbullying can ensue as a result of that. So when we're talking to kids, we're really talking to them about, number one, being good custodians of information that kids are sharing, to be careful with what they're sharing as it relates to when they're experimenting sexually, and if they're using technology to experiment, how easily they can lose control of what happens to that, and making sure that they go to adults for help if they feel like they are really being negatively impacted by it. We operate Canada's tip line, cybertip.ca, for, again, reporting sexual exploitation of children on the internet. So we've been receiving an increase in reports to us by youth who are really struggling and are really distressed by having images circulating of them that they've lost control of, that are sexual in nature. So they can report to us, and we can help with that to provide some support and give them direction of how to regain some control of those images. As well as, we created a website called Need Help Now, where kids can actually go as well to obtain information to learn what to do if that happens to them. We also start early in grade 4, even in terms of talking to kids about just starting to have the conversations around online safety, and even actually in grade 3, we'll even start to have those conversations around what they can be doing if someone asks them to do something that's odd, how they're sharing information on the internet when they're communicating with people, to make sure that they have permission from their parents, and start that conversation very early. And we have a comic called Zoe and Molly Online that actually Shaw has supported, making sure we can make that available to all schools.
Okay, now since the inception of Pink Shirt Day and other bullying awareness or activities, events, have you noticed a change in how people talk about and how people deal with bullying?
Certainly what we're seeing is definitely more attention to this, definite more school involvement, more pressure is on schools to become involved and parents to become involved, because of how seamlessly technology is now weaved into the lives of kids and youth. It's spilling out into schools and communities in general. And I think that, yes, absolutely, we see that people are paying a lot of attention to this.
Thank you so much for joining us today and doing this, Noni. And Shaw is encouraging everyone to go on Twitter all this week and make a personal pledge and inspire others to end bullying. And how you can do that is, like I said, go on Twitter, write your personal message, and then at the end put the hashtag PinkShirtPromise at the end of it. For Go Winnipeg, I'm Kevin Hirschfield.